Lana del Rey has announced her next album for the third time, and Beyonce fans are mad. Let's talk about it. Lana sat down with W Magazine for an interview and she talked about her husband, her marriage life, but she also talked about her upcoming music, and that's the topic for today. And yes, the album has been delayed yet again, this time to January 2026. But before we talk about the album, we're gonna talk about why Beyonce fans are suddenly mad at Lana. In that interview, Lana talked about that she has been wanting to do country for 8 years now, which if you do the math, was back in Lust for Life era, which makes sense with Tomorrow Never Came being on that album. And ever since then, she has been slowly walking down this path towards country. Anyways, that excitement for doing a country album for Lana has died down in the past few years. And it's because of this new wave of non-country artists doing country music. And we know that Lana doesn't like to be called a trend follower. She rather is a trend setter. And I think when Ethel Cain's sister threw a dig at Lana by calling her or by alluding towards her being a trend follower, it kind of was touching a sensitive area. Lana did not mention any artist. She didn't give out any list of country artists or non-country artists. She did not mention any artist in that interview. But for some reason, some Beehive or some bee people saw the arrow flying and decided to put their ass in front of it. Because now they're mad. They're mad that Lana is dissing Beyonce. I'm gonna talk about what Lana meant as well as Beyonce and Cowboy Carter, and then afterwards we're gonna talk about the stove. We're gonna talk about stove. So this is the first time that Lana has ever talked about why she wanted to do country in the first place. She says that country music, down to its essence, is about narratives, it's about storytelling, it's about world creating or world building. And that is something that Lana has been doing throughout her career. That is literally her appeal along with her unique voice. But it's kind of insane that this is the first time that she has ever done country, knowing what country actually is. But notice how everybody hates country now? Aren't we all tired of all these artists going country? Like literally in my last reaction for Chaperone on my Patreon, I said something like, I'm tired of all these artists going towards country music. And Lana is somewhat of a whisperer for the culture. She's able to feel the hope, the disdain, the despair, the boredom around her. And I think she also felt this trend of country music becoming too obnoxious for the audience. And that's why she said what she said, like so many artists are going country, tyrannizing the Billboard Hot 100 all at once. It was agonizing for the music fans. But there's more to it than that. I think it was also because that country music, this new country music, sucked. Remember when I said that? Well, you should remember because I just said that. Remember when I said like Lana likes country music because Down to His Soul is essentially a branch of folk music, meaning stories, mini narratives like Jolene. It is spiritual. And I'm so sorry, but I don't think fucking Jelly Roll is doing all of that. Post Malone, no. The reason why country music became so hated and so tiring was because country music lost all of its soul. It became a trend because it was better for the charts. It yielded better sales. All of that was bad for Lana's next album because her fans, especially her Gen Z fans, were already tired of country music. They were not willing to give it a chance because I remember that a lot of her fans was just so disappointed when Lana announced her next album is going to be country. Because to us, country music has become just about bars and whiskeys, Morgan Wallen. No, I think that is the perfect time to talk about Beyonce because I think they are on the same wavelength. Beyonce making Cowboy Carter on top of her personal Kill Bill-esque mission was also about these white people ruining country music. She literally called their country music sauceless. Like the more I think about Cowboy Carter, the more it makes sense that it was the album of the year. Like damn, that album felt like a blockbuster movie which was actually good and full of ideas and intentions. I think Cowboy Carter had three purposes. One, to clap back at people who said Beyonce cannot make country music because she's black, or black people should not make country music, which was so offensive. Like how dare you steal the music from black people and then say like you cannot make this type of music. And the second reason was to open the gates for the next upcoming black artists in the country scene like Shabuzi, because Beyonce isn't gonna stay here. Beyonce is not a country artist. She can do whatever she wants to do because she's gonna be good at it. And we all know that Act 3 is gonna be a different genre, rock probably. So Beyonce was not gonna stay in country because she, again, is a multifaceted artist. She can do so many genres and genres are just constricting her artistry. So I think she was just lubing up this pathway or this path for the upcoming black country artists or the new black country artists. And the third reason for Cowboy Carter was to spice up this genre because it's so boring. White people had been running this genre to the ground. On Cowboy Carter with songs such as Daughter, which dwelt in this original country spirit, and also like Tyrant and Spaghetti, that infused this country music genre with modern flair, evolving the music at the same time. So if anything, Lana and Beyonce are on the same side. And I don't think Lana would count Beyonce as yet another artist that went country. She's not on that list. She's on another list, but that's a different conversation. Now let's talk about the album. It's called Stove. It's called Stove. Stove is Stover. Lana fans are mad. Understandably so. Both of her subreddits on fire. Fuming right now. It is such a bizarre title for Lana. I mean, the whole meme of Lana having long album titles was also like nonsensical because she only has 2 albums with those long titles, Chemtrails of the Country Club and Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under My Bush. But Store still is kind of way too short and way too... what? For Lana? But who knows, maybe she will change this album again. I mean, this is the 4th title for the same album, which started from Lasso to The Right Person Will Stay to Classic. Now it's Stove. But honestly, I love this. I love this title because it's making me think. It's making me think, y'all. Lana fans and actually other people as well are saying that this is her soft launching, her trad wife era, which, girl. And here's the thing. Lana del Rey can never be a trad wife because trad wives don't get to have a stage name. Trad wives don't get to have a stage period. Trad wives don't get to headline Coachella. Trad wives don't get to have a sold-out stadium tour. Lana can be cosplaying as a trad wife, but I don't think that she's doing a good job at it because she's doing a magazine interview. But anyways, back to the stove. Let's cook. This album title kind of eats. When I saw this title, I immediately thought of Sylvia Plath. Well, it should have been Owen, but still, the thought counts. This scene of a woman that seems normal like a housewife, but on the inside is a force of fire. And then I realized that this image that I was getting in my head is because of her poem, Barefoot on Linoleum. And by the way, if you call yourself a Lana fan and you have not read or listened to Violet Bent Backwards of the Grass, you're not a fan. I'm sorry, who said that? I said that. Like, Violet literally is better than some of her studio albums. Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass literally made me want to write. It literally made me a poet. Like, listen to the audiobook. And also listen to the Barefoot on the Linoleum track, because that poem with that production is so good. It's so dark. It's so anxiety inducing, like it's so good. And that makes the album exciting for me again, because if you like the poem, she's gonna be thinking back on her life. She's pretending to be normal, but on the inside there's a lot of thoughts going on, maybe a lot of contemplation, a lot of frustration. We are at the table. Mother, we are hungry. Turn on that stove, cook for us. And it actually gets better because she literally says that the reason the album got delayed was because she wanted to add 6 more songs that were difficult to write because they were way too personal to her. Wait, like that is so good, because previously she said Lasso will not have any personal or any, wordy songs. All of her songs were gonna be very chill, very laid back, and that was disappointing. But now with this idea of Stove, Barefoot on Linoleum, and writing personal songs, I think Ethel Cain song will also be one of those songs. These 6 new songs that are gonna be darker, or like she was having difficulty in writing those. So like I want to listen to these 6 songs, and I think the album is gonna be divided into 2 parts. Like the first half is gonna be very bright side of the country, very cheery, but the other one is gonna be darker and grittier. Like that is making me excited for this album again. Like this album can still be Southern Gothic. Let that sink in. Let that stove in. She talked about other things in the interview, so you can read that on your own. But these were the things that I wanted to talk about. So what do you guys think? Share your thoughts. I'll see you guys next time for a certain artist that got married. We're gonna be listening to an album of hers. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.